Welcome to today's Tea Time audio story. It's time to slow down, take a deep breath, and enjoy a moment just for you. As you sip your favorite tea, let your mind drift into the world of stories, where imagination comes alive and anything is possible. Listening to audio stories isn't just entertaining, it's also a wonderful way to relax, spark creativity, and improve your English in a natural and enjoyable way. Stories have the power to transport us to far-off places, introduce us to new characters, and remind us of life's little lessons. So whether you're here to unwind, learn something new, or simply enjoy a quiet escape, this is your time. Get comfortable, let your worries melt away, and allow today's story to take you on a journey. Let the magic begin. The winter break had finally arrived, bringing with it a sense of nostalgia and warmth as Sophia and Ethan returned home. After months apart, the familiarity of their small town felt comforting, like slipping into an old, well-worn sweater. The streets were adorned with twinkling lights, and the scent of cinnamon and pine lingered in the air. The holidays had a way of making everything feel magical. Sophia stood at the train station, bundled up in her coat, her fingers curled around the handle of her suitcase. The anticipation bubbled within her as she scanned the platform. She hadn't seen Ethan in person for months, not since they both left for university in different cities. Video calls and texts had sustained them, but nothing compared to seeing him in real life. Then, she spotted him. Ethan was stepping off the train, a duffel bag slung over his shoulder, his glasses slightly fogged from the cold. His gaze swept the platform, and when their eyes met, his face lit up with a smile that made her heart skip a beat. Before she could think, she was moving toward him, and then his arms were around her, holding her close. The familiar scent of his cologne mixed with the winter air, and for a moment, everything felt right. "I missed you," Sophia murmured against his shoulder. Ethan chuckled, his voice warm. "You have no idea." They stood there for a while, just holding each other, letting the weight of their time apart melt away. Later that evening, their families gathered for dinner, a long-awaited occasion that had been in the making for months. Sophia's parents had invited Ethan's father and grandmother over, eager to finally bring everyone together properly. The house was filled with laughter and the delicious aroma of home-cooked meals. Sophia's mother had gone all out, preparing a feast big enough to feed twice as many people. The dining table was adorned with elegant candles and festive decorations, adding to the cozy atmosphere. As they sat down to eat, Ethan's grandmother smiled warmly at Sophia. "Ethan talks about you all the time, you know." Sophia felt a blush creep up her cheeks. "Does he now?" Ethan groaned, running a hand through his hair. "Grandma, please." His father chuckled. "It's true. I swear, if we had $1 for every time he mentioned your name, we'd be rich." Sophia smirked, turning to Ethan. "Is that so?" He sighed dramatically. "And here I thought I was being subtle." The table erupted into laughter, the easy camaraderie making the evening even more special. It felt natural, like they had always been one big family. As the night progressed, stories were shared, old memories relived, and new ones created. Sophia couldn't remember the last time she had laughed this much. It was as if, for one night, all the stress of exams and distance melted away, leaving only warmth and joy. After dinner, Sophia and Ethan stepped outside for a walk. The snow had started falling lightly, dusting the world in a soft white glow. Their breath curled in the air as they strolled through the quiet streets, their fingers brushing occasionally. "I can't believe how fast time is flying," Sophia murmured, looking up at the sky. It feels like just yesterday we were stressing over exams, and now we're already halfway through our first year of university. Ethan nodded. Yeah. It's weird. Everything changed so fast. Sophia glanced at him. Are you happy? Ethan stopped walking and turned to face her. His expression was serious but gentle. Yeah. I mean, I miss home. I miss you. But I think we're figuring it out, you know? She nodded, understanding exactly what he meant. Me too. He exhaled, shoving his hands in his pockets. I was worried at first, you know? That the distance would change things. That we'd start drifting apart. Sophia smiled softly. We didn't, though. No, he admitted, a small smile tugging at his lips. We didn't. They stood there for a moment, the world around them silent except for the distant sound of holiday music drifting from nearby houses. The streetlights cast a golden glow on the snow, making everything look almost ethereal. Sophia took a deep breath, summoning every ounce of courage she had. Ethan? Yeah. She hesitated for only a second before stepping closer. I think I want to kiss you. Ethan blinked, caught off guard. Then, a slow, delighted grin spread across his face. Oh. She rolled her eyes, but she was smiling too. Don't make me regret saying that. I wouldn't dream of it. He reached up, gently brushing a strand of hair from her face. His touch was featherlight, his gaze searching hers for any hesitation. When he found none, he leaned in, closing the distance between them. The first touch of his lips against hers was soft, hesitant, as if savoring the moment. Then, as if a switch had flipped, he deepened the kiss, his hand cupping her cheek. Sophia melted into him, her arms looping around his neck, pulling him closer. The world around them faded. There was no snow, no cold, no distance, just them, wrapped in a warmth that had nothing to do with the season. When they finally pulled away, their breaths mingling in the chilly air, Ethan rested his forehead against hers. Worth the wait, he murmured, his voice laced with amusement. Sophia laughed softly, her heart still racing. Absolutely. He grinned, pressing a quick kiss to the tip of her nose. Good. Because I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. She smirked. I'd be very disappointed if you did. They stood there for a while longer, wrapped up in each other, knowing that no matter what the future held, no matter how far apart they had to be, this moment would always be theirs. Because love, real love, didn't fade with distance. It only grew stronger. And for Sophia and Ethan, this was just the beginning. Thank you for joining today's Tea Time story. We hope you enjoyed this journey into the world of imagination and storytelling. Whether it made you smile, sparked a new thought, or simply gave you a moment to relax, we're grateful to have shared this time with you. Thank you for listening and being part of our story time. Keep dreaming, keep imagining, and we'll see you again for another magical tale soon. Until next time, take care and happy listening.